There's a quiet power in a woman who knows who she is. Her presence is calm, her style effortless. She's not dressing to impress, she's dressing out of self-respect. But true elegance isn't just about what you wear. It's often about what you avoid. The most stylish women over 50 don't chase trends or dress to look younger. They dress with quiet certainty, and it shows. In today's video, I'll share 12 outfit mistakes elegant women simply don't make anymore. Each one is easy to refine and can elevate your wardrobe starting today. Mistake number 1. Holding on to clothes that no longer fit. Let's start with a quiet one, the kind of mistake that hides in the back of the closet, draped on a hanger we haven't touched in years. The dress that almost zips. The trousers that sort of fit if you stand just right. The blazer that pulls across the shoulders, but only when you move. I say this with love. Elegant women, let those pieces go. Because elegance is never about the size on the label. It's about how a garment moves with you. How it respects your shape, your posture, and your ease. And when we hold on to things that don't quite fit, whether they're too tight, too loose, or just unflattering, we send a quiet message to ourselves that we're dressing for someday, not today. And that doesn't feel luxurious. What does feel luxurious? Wearing a perfectly tailored trouser that sits comfortably at the waist and falls clean to the ankle. A shirt that follows the curve of your spine instead of fighting it. A knit that doesn't hug or cling, but simply floats. These aren't dramatic shifts. Sometimes it's as simple as taking in a hem, moving a dart, letting out a seam. I've had pieces I adored that sat untouched for years, just slightly off. Then I finally took them to my tailor and suddenly they became staples. Because when something fits well, you reach for it. You live in it. You feel like you. So don't wait for your clothes to match your past. Refine what you wear for the woman you are now. Mistake number 2. Wearing head-to-toe black without contrast or texture. I love black, I do. It's sophisticated, slimming, and endlessly versatile. But worn head-to-toe, especially in flat, synthetic fabrics, black can become harsh, heavy, even a little lifeless. This is something I've learned over time. As we mature, our skin softens. And when our clothing doesn't reflect that softness, it creates contrast in all the wrong places. Now, I'm not suggesting you give up black, but elegant women don't rely on it as a uniform. Instead, they introduce contrast. They bring in lightness through texture, layering, and color pairing. For instance, if I'm wearing black trousers, I might pair them with a soft ivory blouse and a camel wrap coat. Or if I'm wearing a black cashmere turtleneck, I'll add a wool skirt in deep charcoal with gold earrings that add warmth near the face. And when I do wear black head to toe, which I still do, it's always with intention. Maybe it's a silk shirt tucked into tailored wool trousers, both in black but in very different textures. Maybe it's a black dress with suede boots and a belt in chocolate leather. It's about depth, not flatness. Elegance isn't about defaulting to black because it feels safe. It's about choosing black when it feels powerful and balancing it with grace. Mistake number 3. Wearing loud logos or branding. Let's be honest, there was a time when logos felt aspirational. A monogrammed handbag, a belt with a flashy buckle, a shirt emblazoned with a brand name. It all signaled something. We wore those pieces because they said, "I've arrived." But here's the shift I see in truly elegant women. They no longer feel the need to advertise, because they've already arrived, and they don't need their clothes to prove it. Instead of loud logos, they choose understated craftsmanship. You won't see giant branding, but you will see beautiful stitching. You'll feel the quality of the leather, the softness of the lining, the weight of the hardware. It's the kind of quiet luxury that's recognized only by those who appreciate it. For example, I've replaced my old logo-heavy bags with more architectural, minimal pieces. Soft, structured totes in pebble grain leather, top handles in understated neutrals, a beautifully made shoulder bag with not a logo in sight, but a silhouette that feels sculptural and timeless. And yes, I still wear belts, but now they're matte leather with brushed metal buckles, nothing oversized. And my sneakers? No giant letters, no neon colors, just beautifully made leather with tonal details. Because here's the truth. Elegance whispers. It doesn't shout. If you're still holding on to pieces simply because of the brand name, pause and ask yourself, do I actually love this piece, or am I wearing the logo? If it's the latter, you might find that letting go creates more space for refinement, for intention, for style that's yours alone. And again, I've linked some of my favorite logo-free pieces below. These are the ones I reach for day after day, not because they're recognizable, but because they're remarkable. Mistake number 4, dressing for the woman you used to be. This one is tender, but it's one of the most transformative shifts I've made in my own style journey. At some point, we all realize we've outgrown certain versions of ourselves. But sometimes our wardrobes don't get the message. We hold on to the pencil skirt from our office days, even though our lives are now more creative and free. We keep the low-rise jeans because they once fit perfectly. We wear tight silhouettes or trendy cuts, not because they make us feel elegant, but because they remind us of who we once were. Here's what I've learned. Truly elegant women dress for the moment they're in. They don't try to dress like their younger selves. They dress like their whole selves, present, polished, and completely at home in their skin. That might mean softening your silhouettes, choosing waistbands that don't dig, embracing flow rather than cling, wearing trousers instead of jeans, or favoring fabrics that move with you, not against you. I've personally moved away from overly fitted pieces. Now I prefer draped midi skirts, high-rise trousers, unstructured coats, and knits that offer breathing room. Not because I'm hiding anything, but because I've realized how much more elegant I feel when I'm comfortable, composed, and free to move. There's nothing more modern than wearing what feels right, not what used to feel right. And if there's one gift you give yourself this season, let it be this: permission to dress for the woman you are now, not the one you're trying to remember. Mistake number 5, over-accessorizing to feel dressed. There's a point in our style journey when we realize we don't need to add more to be noticed. In fact, it's often the opposite. When I was younger, I used to layer on accessories, bold earrings, a statement necklace, bracelets, a flashy belt, believing that more detail meant more polish. But over time, I began to see what truly elegant women understood all along. Refinement lives in restraint. Over-accessorizing can make even the most beautiful outfit feel cluttered. It draws attention to the individual pieces instead of the overall impression. And it's that overall impression, that graceful, composed silhouette, that leaves a lasting mark. These days, I choose just 1 or 2 accents per outfit. A pair of delicate gold hoops and a watch. Or a beautifully structured leather handbag with a silk scarf tied gently around the handle. That's often enough. When accessories are intentional, they don't fight for attention. They support the look. They speak in harmony. So, before I leave the house, I ask myself, does this feel balanced? Or am I adding more out of habit, not necessity? And if something feels like it's trying too hard, I remove it. Because elegance doesn't shout, it whispers. Mistake number 6, hiding behind shapeless clothing. Let's talk about volume, specifically the kind that swallows your shape entirely. I see it often. Long, oversized tunics, loose knits, wide pants, all worn together in the hope of achieving comfort. And while I understand the appeal, especially as our bodies shift and change, there's a fine line between comfort and hiding. Here's what I've learned. The most elegant outfits don't conceal your body. They frame it. Wearing shapeless, oversized clothing head to toe often ends up erasing your figure. And when there's no suggestion of your shape, your outfit loses its structure and your confidence along with it. I'm not suggesting we all run back to form-fitting styles, but even relaxed clothing can be flattering when it's balanced with intentional tailoring. A voluminous blouse looks stunning when paired with high-rise trousers that cinch the waist. A relaxed knit suddenly feels tailored when you gently half-tuck it. A long coat feels architectural, not overwhelming, when the sleeves are rolled just so, revealing a little wrist and hinting at movement underneath. Even choosing a neckline, like a subtle V or boat neck, can open up the face and introduce softness to an otherwise boxy shape. So next time you reach for something oversized, pause and ask, does this outfit honor my silhouette or is it hiding it? When you dress to highlight who you are, instead of masking it, you naturally carry yourself with more grace. Mistake number 7. Wearing low-quality fabrics that cheapen the look. You can tell almost everything you need to know about an outfit from the fabric. I used to think that a good cut or a nice color was enough. But over the years, I realized what truly makes an outfit feel luxurious is the way the fabric moves, drapes, and catches the light. Cheap synthetics like shiny polyester or stiff rayon tend to sit on the body rather than flow with it. They cling, crease, pill, and often highlight texture in places we'd rather soften. Even well-designed clothing can look a little off when the material isn't right. But when you shift to natural or elevated fabrics, cotton poplin, merino wool, silk, cashmere, you feel the difference instantly. They breathe, they glide, they age with grace. I still keep a discerning eye on labels when I shop. If the piece is synthetic, I look for how it mimics natural texture. Does it have weight, softness, structure? If not, I keep walking. You don't need a closet full of expensive pieces, but you do need fabrics that elevate even your simplest outfits. That $50 white blouse in crisp cotton will almost always look better than a $300 synthetic one with embellishments. Because quiet luxury doesn't rely on drama, it rests in quality. Mistake number 8. Holding on to outdated accessories. Sometimes the accessory is what tells the whole story, and sometimes it tells the wrong one. You might be wearing a refined blouse, perfectly fitted trousers, and polished shoes, but if your bag is from 2005, with chunky hardware and frayed handles, it changes the tone. The entire outfit feels pulled backward, no matter how current everything else is. It's not about trends, it's about timing. Certain accessories were right for a moment, but if they no longer reflect your current style, or if they feel disconnected from your presence now, it's time to let them go. I used to wear a belt with a massive gold buckle. I thought it gave my outfits some edge, but recently, I held it up next to the rest of my wardrobe and realized it just didn't belong anymore. I replaced it with a sleek, matte leather belt with minimal hardware, and now it goes with everything I wear. The same is true for handbags. Elegant women invest in pieces that feel timeless. A simple leather tote in soft caramel, a structured crossbody with clean lines, a top handle bag in muted taupe or ivory. They're not flashy, but they finish an outfit like nothing else can. And don't forget shoes. I always look at the heel shape, the toe, the leather. If it's scuffed beyond saving, if the shape is dated, or if the comfort is gone, it's time for something new. Your accessories don't have to be expensive, but they should feel intentional. You deserve details that align with the elegant woman you've become, not the version you've outgrown. And to make it easy, I've added a few of my favorite refined, everyday accessories below, ones that elevate, not distract. Mistake number 9, relying on the same silhouettes for decades. It's easy to get comfortable in certain silhouettes, a particular pant shape, a skirt length, a neckline, and if those cuts once flattered you, or still kind of do, it can feel safe to stick with them year after year. But here's the truth. What once worked may not still be working. Not because your body has changed in some dramatic way, but because your posture, lifestyle, and energy have evolved. And the most elegant women I know? They evolve with it. That doesn't mean reinventing yourself or chasing trends. It means observing, with kindness, what shapes still serve you, and what might be quietly holding you back. I had a phase where everything in my closet was a mid-rise skinny jean. It was my uniform. But at some point, I realized the silhouette was shortening my legs and no longer feeling current. So I tried a high-rise, wide-leg trouser, then a cropped, tailored pant. and suddenly everything looked and felt fresher, without sacrificing comfort. You don't have to make a dramatic switch. Just try a few small shifts. If you always wear V-necks, try a square neckline. If you live in long tunics, try a slightly shorter top with a soft half-tuck. If pencil skirts don't feel quite right anymore, explore an A-line or pleated midi. The goal is to reconnect, to ask yourself if the shapes on your body are still reflecting the woman you've become. Because elegance lives in awareness. And when your silhouette evolves with you, your style becomes ageless. Mistake number 10. Dressing too young to appear younger. This is a delicate one, but it's so important. I see many women, especially in their late 40s and 50s, reach for trendy, youthful pieces not because they love them, but because they fear becoming invisible. They want to feel relevant, and I understand that completely. But here's the secret no one talks about. Trying to dress young rarely makes us look younger. It often highlights the disconnect. An ultra-tight mini dress, distressed jeans with big logos, or a bright cartoonish graphic tee may have a certain charm at 22, but they rarely align with the grace, substance, and presence you've developed over time. True elegance isn't about recapturing youth. It's about embracing where you are and making it look magnificent. That doesn't mean dull, or dowdy, or safe. In fact, many of the most stylish women over 50 I know are also the boldest, but their boldness is intentional. Instead of wearing what the younger crowd is wearing, wear what amplifies your beauty, not theirs. Instead of tight, skinny jeans, try a tailored cigarette pant or a silky, wide-leg trouser. Instead of flashy prints and loud slogans, try an unexpected color, ochre, burgundy, stormy blue, in luxurious fabrics. Instead of oversized sunglasses covered in rhinestones, try refined frames that frame your face without overpowering it. When you stop trying to appear younger, you actually start to appear more confident, more timeless, more radiant. Because elegance doesn't cling to youth. It commands attention at any age. Mistake number 11. Treating outerwear like an afterthought. This one changed everything for me. For years, I'd spend time styling the perfect outfit, just to throw on whatever coat was by the door as I rushed out. Usually, it was practical, functional, neutral enough, but it never matched the mood of the outfit, and it certainly didn't elevate it. I finally realized that outerwear is the first thing people see, and often the only thing they see. It frames your entire silhouette. It sets the tone before you say a word. So, elegant women? They don't treat coats and jackets like afterthoughts. They treat them like essentials. A camel wrap coat, belted gently at the waist, can elevate denim and a turtleneck into something editorial. A navy pea coat with sharp lines can make a knit dress feel crisp and intentional. A long wool coat in dove gray can soften a black outfit while making you look taller and more put together. Even puffer coats, if you live in a cold climate, can be elegant when they're streamlined, matte, and minimalist. Think clean lines, uncluttered closures, cuffs that hit just right. A coat that moves with you, not against you. When your outerwear reflects your wardrobe's tone, graceful, intentional, luxurious, it pulls everything together. And you know what else? You feel it. You stand straighter. You walk differently. You feel finished. So if your outerwear drawer is filled with good enough pieces, it might be time to find just one coat that makes you feel extraordinary. Mistake number 12. Dressing on autopilot. This last one is the most subtle and perhaps the most powerful, because we all do it. We wake up. We're tired. We reach for the same jeans, the same knit, the same flats, and we move through our day barely noticing how we feel in our clothes. But dressing without intention is like speaking without thinking. You can do it, but it doesn't leave a lasting impression. What I've noticed about truly elegant women is that they don't overdress. They don't try too hard, but they do get dressed with care, with presence, with the mindset that their wardrobe reflects their energy, not just their schedule. Even if it's a simple day, even if no one sees them, They dress in a way that supports how they want to feel. That doesn't mean full makeup and heels. It might just mean a soft cashmere wrap that feels like a hug, or a pair of tailored pants that make you walk with purpose, or choosing a lipstick shade that gives you a little lift, even if your day is spent at home. It's not about being impressive. It's about being in alignment. When you get dressed with intention, you remind yourself that you are worth the extra 3 minutes, and that energy stays with you all day. So the next time you reach for that outfit you've worn 100 times, pause. Ask yourself, is this what I want to say today? Or is it just what's closest? You might be surprised how often that one moment changes everything. So there you have it. 12 outfit mistakes that elegant women over 50 quietly avoid. Not because they follow rules, but because they've learned to refine, to let go of what no longer serves, and dress for who they are now. That's the heart of quiet luxury. Not labels, but presence. If this video inspired you to revisit your wardrobe, tell me, what shift are you ready to make? A new silhouette? A cleaner accessory? Let me know in the comments. And if you'd like to explore my favorite elegant staples, you'll find them all linked below. Until next time, stay graceful, stay intentional, and always dress like the elegant woman you are.